Hi and welcome to Birds with Bottle.
We've got a thing about wine.
And we want you to have a thing about wine too.
And this week we're looking at wines to go with Chinese food. Because all those Chinese flavours, all the soy and the sweet and sour, they can play havoc with wine if you're not careful.
Yeah, you need to find something that's going to work with the food rather than fight against it.
Absolutely. So that there are no chopsticks at dawn.
No, definitely not. No, what you want is something to harmonise with all those different flavours, whatever those dishes are.
And we've found 4 wines, we think, that will float your sampan.
Well, we hope so, otherwise we're going to look like a couple of noodles.
And our first wine is the Tesco Finest Amontillado. This comes in a 50 centilitre bottle. You'll need some glasses for that. And it's £5.29, which is a very reasonable price for something so yummy.
Now you might be surprised that we're showing a sherry for Chinese food, but it's surprisingly good as a match.
These darker sherries particularly
yeah,
really work.
Yeah, it's something about the umami.
And umami is it's a flavour. It's like Marmite. It's a savoury, mushroomy, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and you get that when you're smelling the sherry, don't you?
Absolutely. Now this is an
Beautiful
absolutely
colour. Look at that.
bone dry, but it smells of caramel. So it smells as if it's going to be sweet, but it's not. Oh, it's absolutely delicious.
Now the problem, if you go to a restaurant, is that many Chinese restaurants serve sherry.
Yeah.
So really then you're faced with cooking at home or getting a takeaway.
Well, you say that, but in Stroud, where I live, we have the best Chinese wine list in the country, according to the Louis Roederer people. And they sell sherries, and I had it with Amontillado with crispy chili beef. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I think we should try it with this.
Now this is a Delia Smith recipe. This is her Kung Shao pork, and we're convinced that this is going to go really well.
Only if I can separate it from its friends. There we are.
I'm going to try and find one that's...
It's sweet and aniseed. Is it aniseed?
Yeah, some star anise in there.
Delicious. This is so savoury, and the fat is quite sweet, isn't it? So I mean that is the essence of umami, isn't it? Just really,
and that works really well together.
Do this, absolutely do this,
and it's gonna work with sticky ribs and things like that as well.
Certainly, absolutely. So the thing about Chinese food is that it's fine if you're just cooking one dish.
Yeah.
Because there's quite a lot to do, isn't there? So if it's just 2 of you and you're having one dish, that's fine. But if it's more than that, then it's like an army manoeuvre.
Absolutely.
There's a lot going on.
Right, for our next wine, we are going to Italy, and we've got the Church Mouse Falangina from Asda. It's $6.98 a bottle, or $5.50 until the 15th of August on offer. So that's quite a good one, and it's the 2009 vintage.
Yeah, and we chose this because it's got spice and weight and depth of flavour that we thought would be good with these sorts of flavours. It's from Puglia, which is in the south. The back of the heel, if it's a boot. If it's Italy's a boot, then the back of the heel.
Yeah.
Puglia is. It's a spicy smell, isn't it?
It is. It is a spicy smell.
Definitely full flavour. And a touch of sweetness.
Yeah.
So ripe. Perfect. It would go with this as well. But actually, I'll tell you what it would be good with. Scallops with ginger and spring onions. Or prawns with ginger and spring onions.
Yeah, on a lovely bed of noodles.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What it wouldn't go with, we were reading Chinese recipe books this afternoon, is deep fried milk.
Oh yeah.
What was the other one?
Ants climbing a tree.
Ants climbing a tree.
Now this is...
No.
Yeah. which is apparently, it's characteristics of the Sichuanese sense of humour to visualise minced pork over cellophane noodles as ants climbing a tree.
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah. But seriously, it's from this book, Yan Kit's book, and there's some fantastic recipes in this book, but you've got to have all day to cook.
Certainly, yeah. So our third wine is the Connoisseur Gewürztraminer from Chile. It's the 2010 vintage, and it's $7.49 in Majestic or $5.99 until the end of August.
29th.
The 29th.
It's a multitasker. It's going to go with this. It's going to go with something lighter. Just go with fish dishes with some Chinese take on it. Whatever.
Yum. Just gorgeous smell.
Oh, it is a smell.
It's definitely sweet.
Yeah.
There's a sort of lychees, rose, Turkish delight smell. And it's definitely sweet. Perfect. Perfect for this sort of thing.
Beautiful.
Love it. But it's tangy. It's got a bit of grapefruit tang on it. Just yum.
Delightful wine. The trouble about Chinese cooking, if you are doing it at home, which we like to encourage you to do because it's such good fun, is that you do have to be the right kind of person.
You certainly do.
You've got to be organised, you've got to be efficient, because you're going to be spending hours getting things ready.
We did one once. Admittedly, we stupidly did it for 10 people, and we had little bowls of chopped up food all over the kitchen with post-it notes on. We had a spreadsheet because we had only 4 rings, and we had to make sure that things were going on at the same time, and when once people arrived, everything that was prepared, whoop, 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 and then ready. But it really is a job.
Yeah, and you have to be good with your chopper.
You've got to be good with your chopper, always.
Yeah. For our final wine tonight, we've got the Walnut Block. It's a Pinot Noir from Marlborough in New Zealand, and it's available from Virgin Wines, and it's $15.99 a bottle. But it's a single vineyard wine.
Yeah.
So,
and actually, you can justify the well. I can always justify the price of expensive wine because if you went out to a restaurant, it would be way more for the wine and way more for the food. So cook it at home and have a relatively cheap bottle of wine. It's a lovely, lovely smell.
yeah.
Really warm, leathery, composty. Gorgeous.
Yes, it is. It's really attractive.
Low tannin, a little bit of sweetness, and actually the alcohol is not that bad, is it?
No, it's not. And there's lovely fresh sort of strawberry.
It's so fresh. Fresh acidity, clean, and it goes on and on.
Yeah.
Really.
You can count the seconds for this, can't you?
You can count the seconds. So, if you want to make a less complicated Chinese meal for just the 2 of you, it is possible.
It is, isn't it?
Sandra's got a book.
Well, this one, Chinese Food Made Easy, by Ching Hei Huang, and it's just full of really simple recipes.
And quite a lot of them are just for 2 people.
Yeah.
Which is unusual.
Yeah.
And very useful.
Yeah, so get this book and you can be inefficient, disorganised, and not good with your chopper, and still produce something really nice.
Yes, and on that note, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.